There was a time not so very long ago when the United States was our BFF. There was a time when honor and decency were the hallmarks of our relationship. There was a time when there was respect and a way to find solutions.
What unites us is far greater than what divides us. The issues and irritants that inevitably affect all neighbors are small indeed in comparison with the issues that we face together.
From the words of a statesman to the garbage talk of a bully.
Because he assumed I was in an airplane and I wasn't watching. He learned that's going to cost a lot of money for the people of Canada.
Now, Trump accomplished a few things. First, he will give the Prime Minister a bump in the polls, no doubt. Second, he got all the federal parties to actually show a common front. And third, and most importantly, he brought Canadians together. We may appear to much of the world to be like the polite uncle who never offends, but the clear message after the Trump tirade was, hey, don't push us around. He does have that galvanizing effect. And he attempted to destroy the Western alliance. I think that will fail. Now, Trump is probably using all of his bluster to try to get a better deal at NAFTA talks. That's the kind of person he is. He will punch you in the face and then try to show empathy for how you feel. He wants Canada to negotiate from a position of weakness and fear. That's how bullies operate. What he will learn, I hope, is that we will refuse to cower. It's about a sense of Canadian self-respect. This is the prime ministerial moment for Trudeau. Trump has almost guaranteed him re-election. Of course, this is a guy who in another lifetime would have met with Hitler and congratulated him on the fine job he was doing for Germany. This week he heaped praise on a murderous dictator and then naively claimed that North Korea no longer posed a nuclear threat. The man is clearly delusional. He puts children in jail. He is clearly a man without any moral compass. And you have to love this flub from Fox News. It isn't far from the truth.
I mean, this is history. We are living, regardless of what happens in that meeting between the two dictators.
Now, let's run that one by one more time.
I mean, this is history. We are living, regardless of what happens in that meeting between the two dictators.
Well, Fox finally got something right. Here at home, another poll is pointing to a CAQ majority government this fall. The Leger poll gives a CAQ a 9-point lead. Perhaps the most telling finding is that only 7% of voters say they are undecided. Still, a lot can happen between now and October 1st, but as each day passes, it seems we should prepare ourselves for the victory of a party which will not speak for Montreal and which will refuse to see Canada as more than the sum of its parts. Well, finally this week, our Facebook poll drew a lot of response. We asked you if you were prepared to boycott American goods. Well, Susan Dempsey writes, I'm trying very hard to boycott anything made in the USA. Also, I will not travel there while 45 is in power. If it lasts 8 years, well, so be it. And David Mosher writes, even if I wean myself off 5% of what I buy from the U.S., it might make a difference. Our economies are very tightly entwined, but it's possible to do something. And yes, things did seem simpler once, and we could laugh at the absurd.
You Canadians are so sneaky.
Alan Alda.
Surrender pronto, or we'll level Toronto.
I'm Barry Wilson. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to check out our weekly poll on Facebook. We want to know what you think.